Hello, and what is going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Today is the start of round 3 in season 1 for the 2022 series of the Gran Turismo World Series Manufacturers Cup on GT7. We go on for the recap on round 2 at Sardinia Road Track C for the Gr.4 cars. Turns out to become challenging and higher, just like the 2021 series from Gran Turismo Sport. It was a lot of fun out there to be in a bright and sunny day condition for the track. For only a very best moment to have some instant replay since I have worked so hard to do some video editing by development. Sorry for the long delay because we just had a 3-day weekend for doing the second round along with the Nations Cup and round 3 of the Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup for the Gr.4 Hybrid at Le Mans. We go down for the event schedule. We'll be coming in onto the third round. We'll be taking on in Brands Hatch Indy Circuit for the Group 3 cars. We'll be going in to take 25 laps. We'll be coming in to have 6 turns by the corners. But that's right, this one might have a required tire type will be featured to be on the mandatory requirement for the Group 3 cars. We'll be going in to have 3 selection by using the hard, medium, and soft racing compound tires. We'll do the rolling start by the formation. But it's going to be quite putting up with some changes out there for this main update. It's going to be version 1.16. So let's scroll down to see how everything is going changed up to be as usual. BOP/tuning forbidden is on. DR and SR affected is always to be on the yes. Track limit is going to be on normal. And the penalty settings will be used to be turned on and light for the shortcut penalty. But there's no need to have number of pit stop will be available at this moment because it's already been turned off, so it will might have to stay focused to be using with 2 required tires, so better make sure to go in and do a lot of practice as we know the drill. Grab any kinds of Group 3 race car on every manufacturer brands whenever you like to go with different liveries and original. We'll have to go in to do some settings to be well put up onto the soft, medium, and hard racing tires will be at the go. Alright, let's do this. BOP check and ready to go in to do some practice before we will join in session, you guys. I'm so very excited to have a very good, excellent short track on Brands Hatch Indy, just like British Touring Car Championship, NASCAR Rearland Euro Series, and Champ Car World Series. But Group 3 cars will be take on for having a very good challenge. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, go and click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the session down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Feel free to enjoy anytime you want for the entertainment. Now it's time to get ready to start the race and let's begin. Today's weather forecast in Brands Hatch Indy Circuit is going to be 64.4 degrees Fahrenheit. But that means a warm temperature is about to go underway in the third round of the Manufacturers Cup, folks. Make sure get yourself prepared by having 2 tires. We'll be going in by recommend to go with a medium or hard racing compound tires will be at the start. But it's going to get much excited out there to have 6 turns will go tricky to go challenging. So make sure do your best and go clean racing whenever you might have to go with 1 pit stop available by the choice. 15 seconds before we will be prepared by putting up a clip. We might have a very good peace and serenity by having a competition time in about 5 seconds. Here's a short clip from Don Patch that he might have something to say.
Peace and serenity, serenity and peace.
Start the show already!
Okay, viewers, here we go. It's round 3 in Season 1 for the 2022 series of Gran Turismo World Series Manufacturers Cup is about to begin. Let's go with the drivers. We'll get settled in to be on the Indy course. Here's Tito Galito, 14 in first place, Quattro in second place. Third place we have Resort Crabs in the Porsche 911 RSR. Slow in, fast out in position number 4, and we have Gonzo 21 in 5th place. Here's myself in 6th place with a UDRS Inspirtech livery, followed by 7th place Rudy in the Hyundai Genesis Group 3. Mike Litterice is now going in to take position number 8. I'm just here in position 9 in the Aston Martin V12 Vantage. A. Coleman in the Nissan GTR in 10th place. Joni Ferrari takes 11th place, and here's Blue Flying Man 100 in 12th place. Rat Flink is here in position number 13, and here's Cane Pit Dog. Toyota Supra GT500 is now live streaming. Undead Hillbilly will take the last position, will be at the go. I'm so very pumped up and go on to be on the rolling start at the formation to be in this cutscene, folks. Better make sure to have all kinds of corners to have 6 turns. We'll go on to have 25 laps around in Brands Hatch Indy circuits. It's going to get much excited that we're about to go down onto the Paddock Hill Bend in turn number 1 to be coming in to have some first hairpin. We'll be at the straightaway, we go on the inside. So better brace yourself because 3 seconds we'll be going in to have the green light. We'll be at the start out there, ladies and gentlemen, so good luck. Round 3 in the first season of the Manufacturers Cup for the GT World Series will go on to have a very excellent, intense battle for the Group 3 cars we'll take on in the Indy course layout at the short track. Make sure get everything set up and coming in onto turn number 1 before proceed on turn number 2. Coming in onto the Graham Hill, and it's been to be at turn number 3 at sector 2, followed by at the Cooper Straits. Very good job, and looks like Gonzo 21 is barely trying to keep up and stay on a well-balanced mobility to take on McLaren to proceed on to turn number 6 to be at the Clark Curve. Very good push, and stay on track and enter the pits earlier towards the end of lap number 1 before enter to be at lap number 2. So this will might have a part of the instant replay during the competition of the gameplay. Will might have a very good, excellent check. Alright, so looks like one Nissan GTR just barely called in to be entered the pits. Will be switched up by having a different tire compound earlier. So right now, position number 5 will be go earlier, and we have some very investigated check out there for only 2 drivers to be entered to be on the Graham Hill, and its band corner to be at turn number 3 will be called in to be on the instant replay. So hard and so intense to see this moment before coming in to take sector 2 at the go. So right now, UDRS Inspirtech has the opportunity to move on in position number 4. And Tatio Galitio is now moving on to take the fastest lap in 45.209 seconds. Will go faster to be on an update in the next lap. One pink Toyota GR Supra Racing Concept GT3 is now coming in to take a very good, successful first position at the lead. Resort Crabs in the Porsche 911 RSR is coming in to take position number 2, and Quattro in the Subaru WRX Group 3 is now currently to be on the number 3 spot before Inspirtech will go on the offense to take on McLaren in the final sector. But here comes Woody, folks. Position number 5 in the Hyundai Genesis Group 3 is on the scene to take on in Clark Curve to be at the Braham Straight to be at the end of lap number 3 before moving faster to be on lap number 4 by having an update on Tito Gattilio 14 lap time in 44.868 seconds. However, the third place driver is now coming in to be at turn number 2 at the hairpin before slowing down before Inspirtech has the opportunity. Will get closer to have a good overtake pass. Coming in onto the Graham Hill bend to be proceed at the Cooper Straight we go, and comes in to have Mike Litterice have left the lobby to be dropped down onto any different position. Let's see how the instant replay during this part of the competition, so we can probably have to move on in lap number 5. Alright, so looks like we just lost one racer, just left the lobby, and still in one piece is currently to have a further notice. 15 drivers are still in one piece, you guys. I guess this might have a further reminder notice. We'll have to do some notification during the part of the lobby. Here comes lap number 5 out there to have an excellent battle for third place is on the roll. Quattro in the Subaru WRX Group 3 is still currently to stay on track to be entered to be in the bronze position before UDRS Insportec will have to take the push to be on the third sector by having a contact is A. Coleman in the Nissan GT-R Nismo GT3 is coming in to be at position 4 by the overtake. But very close call for Insportec. That makes a slight recovery. We'll have to go for the mobility balance while Nissan takes the offense to be able to push to catch up to Subaru in the next lap. So now the battle rages on to be at the hairpin on turn number 2, folks. Just gonna have to take exercise caution to be at the Druids before coming in onto the Graham Hill to be at turn number 3 at the bend. A. Coleman barely tried to keep up and stay on the line of pace out there before Insportec takes the push by coming in onto the Surtees to be at the McLaren corner to be on the final sector. One Corvette versus Nissan GT-R takes the excellent battle for catching up the Subaru WRX in position number 3 in about a length of the gap by having a further distance by only 0.2 seconds to be in the length of the gap. Lap number 7 is on the way and dive down onto the paddock hill bend to be at turn 1. Smoothly in and dive out to be at the Halewoods Hill to be coming up onto turn number 2 at the hairpin to be at the Graham Hill. Very good job and stay on the line to catch up to Nissan in sector number 2 after taking sector 1. Tito Gattilio 14 is still doing a good job out there to be on the last minute to stay on track to be in the lead. Also for Resort Crabs in position number 2 in the Porsche 911 RSR takes a very good checker position to be at the silver to be moving on in lap number 8. Clearly to have Subaru will have to go forward to take lap number 8 will have to go currently while Nissan and Chevy will be going in to take the chase along with Hyundai in position 6. The grip pressure might get real out there to be using with a medium compound racing tire will go effect, so just gonna have to try to be very careful and don't get too much aggressive, otherwise that might prevent a spin out that might be able to happen. Cooper Straight we go and coming in onto this next turn to be at the McLaren on sector 3. Stay on track and go in to be on the inside at the Clark curve. Resort Crabs have entered the pits to be using for the medium compound racing tires before switching up onto the hard compound racing to do the second mandatory requirement. On to lap number 9 we go. Resort Crabs has dropped down onto position 8, followed by Joni Ferrari is about to have a current position to stay on in 8th place before coming out at the pits. But hold on, looks like it's Blue Man Flying 100 to be entered the scene, and looks like Woody is dropping down onto position 8. Will be called out to be on the instant replay to see how it happened. UDRS Insportec have barely did a good job out there to stay on track and well behave, but also to have the handling might be quite having some situation out there for Woody in the Hyundai Genesis Group 3. So now A. Coleman is about to go forward to enter the pits. Soft racing compound tires might be the first check. We'll be doing a method by doing all 3 tires at once before Insportec will be going in on to lap number 10. However, 2 methods by having 2 tires might be quite come in handy by the opposite whenever it takes to go in to be entered to be on the top 3 position. Smoothly in and go faster to take lap number 10 for Team UDRS Insportec in the Chevy Corvette C7 Group 3. But also, however, it might have some very last reminder notice before the start of the competition of the Manufacturers Cup. But it might be quite giving some surprise reference that Don Patch might be giving an enjoyed moment of peace and serenity at the start of the episode of Bobobo. Well, of course, I just really love that anime. It's so hilarious and funny, but I should probably have to watch it again in all 76 episodes to have all kinds of funny moments and greatest battles of all time. Well, of course, it might be quite very awesome and hilarious to this anime. But anyway, let's go back to do some competition to see how the race will be continuing on in lap number 11. Quattro in the Subaru WRX Group 3 had made it in onto position 2 after Resort Crafts was being dropped down onto position 5 to be currently to catch up by enter the first pit. Meanwhile, UTRS Insportec is going to have to take on in the Clark curve to be at lap number 11 before coming in onto lap number 12. We'll have to do a stopping position to be at the pits. It's going to have to do some excellent closer out there for only 4.1 seconds, length of the gap, bump behind for Insportec to take on in lap number 12 to be coming down onto the Paddock Hill Bend in turn number 1 before coming up onto the Hale Woods Hill in turn 2. Luckily, the inside cornering might have to go deaccelerated and take on for having a steady pace pressure to have to be over onto the Graham Hill and its bend turn on number 3. Cooper Straight we go, and coming in to have a signal to be called out onto the yellow flag. Looks like Tito Gattilio 14 has now entered the pits to be put up onto the medium compound racing tires before Quattro in the Subaru WRX Group 3 will be coming in to take that good excellent position in the lead. Here comes UTRS Insportec enter the pits. Resort Crabs is now coming in to be on position number 3 along with the rest of the others will be switched up and go for the tire compound will be at the mandatory requirement will be coming in. So let's see how it turns out correctly to see the pit lane might be coming directly. Perfect. No 3 second for Insportec without cutting the line and go forward to be at turn number 2 after taking turn 1 to be on the hill. That makes Insportec takes a lot of courage to stay on track and master 6 turns around in Brands Hatch Indy Circuit. And that means Tito Gattilio 14 in the pink Toyota GR Supra Racing Concept GT3 is now currently to go right back in the lead after having some hard time on the difficulty to be entered onto the pits. But luckily, the problem has been resolved and Quattro is now dropping down on position 2 before Resort Crabs is coming right back onto position 3 by having a return. Meanwhile, Insportec have made it in onto lap number 14 for only a few more laps to go remaining by 11 left remaining standing. Just gonna have to stay on track and go on the mid-section to be on turn 2. Graham Hill onto the downhill section to be on the left turn by the bend. Sector 1 clear. Now come back again on Sector 2 to be at the Cooper Straight. Regain acceleration and catch up with some several opponents in about a few more lane of the gap distance by 20 seconds in a total distance at the go. Looks like Blue Man Flying 100 is now currently on position number 8 to catch up to Gonzo 21 in position 7. 15 drivers are still cruising around in Brands Hatch Indy Circuit to see some further moments around on the track. Keep things up and go on the inside. Very good. Looks like they're already made it in onto the Cooper Straight to enter and the end before taking on onto the Surtees to be entered to be at the McLaren before coming right back onto the Clark curve to see the lineup out there for many Group 3 racers will have to take on for doing the curve straightaway at the end of lap number 15 before coming in onto lap number 16 by having 9 laps to go remaining. It's still going to get much closer out there, and we have A. Coleman in position number 3 will be entered to be overtaken at Resort Crafts to be dropped down on position 4 is going to be, oh boy, looks like this is definitely not good to see one racer just barely went spun out to be called in to be on the instant replay. This might have a few attempts to see some investigation during this part of the competition. It's going to get much harder and longer to see this part of the moment during this video. So yeah, let's just gonna have to try to keep things up smoothly and master 6 turns in the Indy Circuit track layout. But right now we got 2 drivers coming in to enter the pits, but that makes a very good total amount of 3 because it will might have 2 of them to be staying on in to be at the pits. Insportec have moved on in position number 7 to proceed on to lap number 17. Coming down and going in onto the Paddock Hill Bend to be at the Haywoods Hill on turn 2. Lucky moment and stay on the progression to stay on focus to have 5 drivers will be coming in to be on the Cooper straightaway after taking the Graham Hill Bend on turn number 3. turn 4 before coming in onto turn 5 for the 6 drivers before Insportec might have to go for the chase progression for only a few more laps to go remaining before moving on into the 18th. But however, Gonzo21 has entered the pits by putting up the hard racing compound tires, will be switched up to be on the medium, will go for having a main mandatory requirement, will be at the stable position to proceed forward to avoid a 1-minute penalty. There goes lap number 18. UDRS Insportec takes position number 6. We go for having some patient moment to be at the good running pace stationary to see how things might go smoothly out there for having a clean race. Faster pace we go on to sector 2 again at the Cooper Straight. Takes that braking point to be entered onto the Surtees before takes on the McLaren at the right corner to be mastered to take that good Clark curve to be at the final turn in number 6. And there's Joni Ferrari has entered the pits by putting up the hard racing compound tires before switched up from white to yellow before Insportec will have to go in onto the number 5 position to take number 19 at the lap. 6.7 seconds to go remaining, folks. That means Blue Man Flying 100 in the Genesis GR-X3 is now going to be coming in to have number 4 at the position to have the next driver will be going in to take the pits. But still getting closer to have A. Coleman in position number 3, followed by Tito Gattilio 14 in the pink Toyota GR Supra Racing Concept. Genesis is now going to have to stay on the line of sight for having a focus to catch up to A. Coleman in position number 3 at the end of the 19. 5 more laps to go, and Genesis GRX is about to be coming in to have some main progressive to be on the slipstream chase before taking on in turn number 2 at the hairpin. Blue Man Flying could probably have to do it out there, folks. He could probably have to take Coleman to be on the current defense before Genesis takes the offense. That's more like it. And coming in for having a pushing away for Blue Man Flying 100 to take turn number 5 and going in on to turn 6 at the McLaren before take the Clark curve to be on number 6. Stay on it, so it's going to get much excellent close out there for the 3-car battle. We'll be going in to take lap number 21 at the end. But here comes Resort Crafts, will be called in by the signal, and hold on. Its number position 14 is Undead Hillbilly in the Nissan GTR is in the scene to catch up to UDRS Insportec by having 1 lap plus. But there goes Kimpet Dog in the Toyota Supra GT500 race car, takes the recovery, might have to call in to be on the instant replay by investigation. No one else didn't get the penalty because only one driver just barely tried to keep up and almost gonna have to stay focused without losing control amount of grip. Keep coming strong, keep it dog. Your live stream videos are doing an excellent work out there to keep it up and go for the main goal to support your YouTube channel. After taking 4 laps to go remaining, here comes lap number 22 for UDRS Insportec to take on in Genesis in about turn 1 to be coming down onto the hill in 1.7 seconds to go by the remaining gap. Turn 2 is about to have some very excellent position to go on the way. There he is. Blue Man Flying 100 in the Genesis Group 3 car will be taking on in the Graham Hill Bend. Stay on it and go for the Cooper Straight to be entered on turn number 4 before entered on turn number 5 at the McLaren to be on the final sector. And there goes Undead Hillbilly on the position number 13 by the overtake. But still going at it because it's about to go dust time before at the end of the dirt round we'll be coming in towards the end. 2 more laps to go, folks. Looks like Quattro is dropping down onto position 2 in the Subaru WRX Group 3 before catching up onto Tito Gattilio 14 in the GR Supra Racing Concept GT3 will be staying on track and go stronger by having a good length of endurance before Toyota will be doing the first ever competition win in the third round of the Manufacturers Cup. After taking lap number 23, 24 onto the lap before 1 more to go remaining before Toyota will be take on for having a first place podium finish to be as a number 1 winner spot. So let's see how things might have to go smoothly out there to go for the chase onto the 4th and 13th place driver to be on the main progression. Coming in on to lap number 24, so it looks like Tito Gattilio 14 is about to get closer onto the final lap. We'll have to do an excellent first place podium finish for Team Toyota to have a pink GR Supra racing concept will be reached up to be at the checker flag. She goes. Well, probably might be possible to have the gender types might be quite come in handy to be well identified for every Gran Turismo racer, but probably it might have turns out to be perfectly as well to see how male and female racers can probably have to race together. So here comes the final lap. We'll be coming in to take on for doing a podium finish to have a very good first place winner for Tito Gattilio 14 in position number 1. However, it might be quite getting closer to be at the end after taking turn 6. Here comes the checker flag. We'll be quite doing a perfect moment for Team Toyota. We'll have to take on in the podium to be at the finish line. And here it goes. Tito Gattilio 14 wins the race in round 3 of the first season of the 2022 series in the Gran Turismo World Series Manufacturers Cup. Takes on for having a good proud pink moment for having Team Toyota takes the win in first place at the finish line in Brands Hatch Indy Circuit. What an absolutely difficult race for the Group 3 cars turns out to become easy and intense competitive racing moments. Now that's competition for only one Toyota GR Supra takes on for having a number 1 position at the go. So looks like Blue Man Flying 100 in the Genesis XGR3 and A. Coleman in the Nissan GTR Nismo GT3 has actually to be ended up by having a 1-minute penalty to be dropped down automatically. So here comes the rest of the drivers will be proceed by 1 lap until going down onto the 13 and 14 will be at the end. 45 seconds left, and this is going to be a very good proud GT moment to see how everybody did a good job out there to go clean racing, including Tito Gattilio 14 in the Toyota GR Supra Racing Concept 2018. Now that's competition, folks. I am so finally made it onto 3rd place by default. So looks like we got slow in, fast out, have finished in 4th place, along with Joni Ferrari in the 458 Italia GT3 have made it in onto 5th place by default. The rest of the drivers are about to get closer at the end in about 8 seconds before the lobby results will be complete. Keep it up. It looks like faster drivers will be coming in to have 1 lap plus for only 4 racers will be proceed forward automatically along with the other 2 by having a 1-minute penalty. Good run and excellent achieved on 3rd place for Team UDRS in Sportec by supporting Team Chevy to be part of the Manufacturers Cup. Good game, folks. Good game and race well done to take on for having a very good absolutely moment. Wow. It's already 2 million credits to be reached up. I should probably have to go purchase the Bugatti Veyron at the Brand Central. So this replay is a perfect moment to be on the highlights. Great race, you guys. Great, absolutely job well done in the 3rd round to have a very good dusk time moment in Brands Hatch Indy Circuit. For having a main outcome by doing a good warm temperature is going to be changed up and updated to be at 62.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Very good to be on a bright and sunny day for doing a late afternoon towards the evening. But good job for Tito_Gattilio 14 in the pink Toyota GR Supra Racing Concept 2018 have finally made it onto 1st place at the podium. 2nd place goes to Quadro in the Subaru WRX Group 3, takes a very good runner on to be ended up on position number 2. And also for myself, ended up onto 3rd place for Team UDRS in Sportec in the Chevy Corvette C7 Group 3, takes a very good hard pacing focus to take 6 turns around the track and ended up onto position number 3 by default. So great job, you guys. Great job, and including King Pit Dog for doing a lot of practice to join in session for doing a collaboration onto this part of the crossover video segment. So give me one moment to congratulations to two drivers. Alright, there you go. Message and send. But it was a lot of hard racing moment out there on this track, you guys. But clearly, Group 4 cars will be doing a good moment out there for the next season later on in the future. But Group 3 race to be on the Indy circuit of Brands Hatch makes a hard, challenging, stunning moment to master 6 turns by having any known corners will be coming in by having a very good, suitable track. That was a lot of hard work of racing to take 25 laps around in Brands Hatch Indy circuit for the Group 3 class takes on for having a late afternoon and sunset to be on the time condition. Clear, bright, and sunny day is doing an excellent moment out there towards the end of 3 rounds on Fridays before the next 3 rounds will be carried over onto Saturday for the Manufacturers Cup, along with the Nations Cup will be carried over for having a switcheroo by doing a moment. So right now, event date will be scheduled on June 18, 2022 for the next round. Will be at Autodromo Nazionale Monza for the Group 4 class. We'll be going in to take the next turn. Let's have a good main outcome on the event schedule. So 3 rounds is highlighted to be complete before the next round. We'll be going in by having a Saturday moment for having a next 3 round will be dated towards the end of June before moving on earlier in July. But it's going to get much excellent before tomorrow is the 3rd round of the Nations Cup. We'll go again to be at Le Mans after participate in the 3rd round of Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup. But I'll make sure that doing long delays is going to have to do some hard work for myself by development. So let's get myself for doing a moment time in the roulette ticket at the garage. So good thing I just spent some farming work to be participate at Tokyo Expressway in Central Outer Loop by doing a Clubman Club Plus edition. And here it is. Time to go counting up by the numbers by the stars. Let's start out to have a 1-star roulette ticket will be at the go. Let's see which prize should I get. They're gonna some more Gran Turismo credits. By the looks of it, but I'll make sure that less amount will go applied into my current balance. 2,000 should be doing much fine. That's better. Now for the 2-star we go. Come on, let's see which Gran Turismo credits should I get. So close to get that good high value amount, but it'll have to take more than that for try harder to do the next lucky chance. There you go. Now for the 3-star roulette ticket to be at the last and save it for the 4-star later on by tomorrow. But I bet this might have some more Gran Turismo credits for doing this part of the clip. But I mean, yep. 3 times in a row by having a low prize earning. I guess I should probably have to start filling out with some more 4-star roulette ticket, so I could probably have to keep an eye out on the expiration date. That's how gambling might be quite turns out to have different ways to do some cars prices, or definitely some parts along with a new engine. But I can't wait to get that new engine if I could probably have to get this well received to be on the 4-star, 5-star, or 6-star roulette tickets that might be quite giving a very good high price value amount by their lucky chance. Boy, I guess it was a long day for myself to have to work hard to do some video editing on every several clips during the competition of the Manufacturers Cup and Nations Cup. But especially for Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup might be quite put up to have some instant replay to be part to have a split clip. But I'll make sure I'll have to leave it myself by using Share Factory. We'll get settled in to do some hard work development during this part of the gameplay, while the instant replay will be part of it by putting up the main update onto my channel. Time to wrap this up, you guys. I'll make sure that doing one video at a time by putting up with some clip by doing an instant replay for investigation, just like the official motorsport competition, how they actually turns out to become perfectly and doing some moment to be on the highlight from the years of season. Thank you for watching on my video in Gran Turismo 7, folks. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. And don't forget to follow me on any social media platforms like DeepNetArt, Instagram, GT Planet, Twitter, and more to see for my own image artwork like UDRS liveries, Total Drama fan art with car liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. Hope we see you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.